Good morning. I'm Rowe, the Manager of Engineering for Amplifier Research, and I'd like to tell you today about how solid-state amplifiers are addressing new and existing applications. First of all, Amplifier Research is a company that's made its reputation on building high-power, broad bandwidth amplifiers. They're known for being very rugged, reliable pieces of equipment. We also are a vertically integrated company. We have our own ability to design combiners, firmware, and the entire process, including chip and wire for device selection. So first of all, let's talk about the pace of technology. Technology moves at a very rapid pace, and I see it almost as if there's a race between device and transistor development and the applications that are requiring the capabilities of the transistors. And it's very challenging for us to be able to take both those needs and bring them together. So what we're seeing now is that we're able to design amplifiers that are higher in power and higher frequency to address some of these new applications. Some of the new applications are wireless communications, where we're seeing the bands being expanded that would allow for better coverage for certain areas of the world and various regions. I'm also seeing the need for higher linearity, reduced harmonics, and higher power to address those needs. In addition to wireless communications, we're seeing growing demands for test and instrumentation, which includes testing for commercial, consumer, aerospace, and automotive applications. In those places, high power is critical, and the ability to remotely control the amplifier is also becoming more important. In the case of new applications, research is also a growing area that we see our products being used. Research is growing in terms of requiring very flexible amplifiers that have a broad, instantaneous bandwidth. Another application that we're seeing more needs arise would be for linear accelerators. Those type of amplifiers can be both pulse and CW and are being addressed with solid-state amplifiers. So let's talk about the attributes of solid-state amplifiers. There's three key attributes that I'd like to talk about: flexibility, performance, and reliability. When it comes to flexibility, a solid-state amplifier is going to give you the broadest bandwidth that's achievable, and that can help the designer and the applications to be able to address those needs with one amplifier. When it comes to selecting class of operation, solid-state amplifiers can be designed for either Class A or Class AB. That will help you manage both the size, power consumption, and cost of the amplifier. In terms of performance, solid-state amplifiers can have superior harmonics performance, very low harmonics, linearity, which is critical for some of the applications like wireless applications. But when I talk about ruggedness for an amplifier, I'm talking about amplifiers that are very mismatch tolerance. Whether the amplifier is driving 50 ohm load or very poorly matched load, be it an open or short. The amplifier, one, needs to be able to survive without damage, and second, it needs to be able to continue to operate sometimes with a poor impedance match as a load. Okay, we'll talk about the reliability of the solid-state amplifiers. And in terms of mean time before failure, MTBF, solid-state amplifiers have very long mean time before failure, measured in years. Our amplifiers typically will last 10, 15, even 20 years without any problems for the customers. And even if there is service that's required, they can be put back into service very quickly for the customer. That leads me to the other point. Next point is mean time to repair. A solid-state amplifier can be repaired in a matter of minutes versus weeks or months with a traditional TWT amplifier. Solid-state amplifiers would allow you to have a program of spares so that you can have multiple parts ready so that they can be swapped out quickly. There very often can be multiple vendors for components which is not the case with TWT amplifiers. TWT amplifiers, the tubes themselves are critical components sourced by only a few companies in the world, and their lead time can be months. So if you have a TWT amplifier that goes down, you could be out of service for quite a while.